I wonder if you're like me and you think that you only plan to grow your company when sales improve. Now, while sales is important, if you don't have a growth plan, you'll fail. Now, today's video will help you understand the necessity of preparing for growth and give you a step-by-step process that I use to create a business scaling plan for my clients. My name is Jeff Schuster with Mechanics and Mindset Business Coaching. Now, I cover a variety of topics that benefit small business owners and entrepreneurs. And if this is you, I'd appreciate it if you'd like this video and you subscribe to my YouTube channel below. Now, I owned an energy services company, otherwise known as an ESCO, and it was called Enovate Corporation. Now, Enovate stood for Energy and Innovation. Now, at first, I did a lot of sales and engineering consulting for other ESCOs, in fact, for 3 years on my own. And I was in year 3 of my company when a consultant told me that I was not a serious business owner. And he was right. I tended to react to my customers. When I had a new engineering opportunity, I'd respond with a proposal. I tended to hire employees and I contracted with others when I had signed contracts. Now, with my consultant's help, I created a growth plan. Now, Enovate Corporation quickly grew to $10 million a year in revenue with over 30 employees. Now, if you want to grow your business, as every right-minded business owner will, then there are a few things that you need to know about growth that may not be apparent. Now, growing is actually easier than coasting. Now, there's this notion that you can work hard to grow your business to some certain level, and then you can relax while you gain a modest income from the work of others. Now, I won't call this a myth. However, it's a counterproductive thought. Now, what is coasting really? As a mechanical engineer, I can tell you that no vehicle can coast forever. So let's say that you're on a level surface and your car is moving at a certain speed. Now, if you stop using the accelerator, the car will eventually slow down and come to a stop. Why? Well, because of friction of the components inside the car and wind resistance. So now let's say that you let your foot off the accelerator and you have a downhill slope that allows your car to go even faster than it was when you took your foot off the accelerator. Now your car will speed out of control and you'll need to apply the brake to slow the car down to a safe speed. Now, what if there's just enough slope to overcome the frictional losses of your car so that your car remains at the same speed as when you stopped putting your foot on the accelerator? Well, then you would have accomplished what no human on the planet has, a perfect coasting environment. Let's go back to your business. If you expect to coast, what's really happening is that you have decided to manually adjust your business speed to a fixed speed. Now, when sales are excessive, you stop your marketing efforts. After all, you don't need more business, right? Well, then sales drops off and you scramble to sell more to make your next payroll. The problem with trying to maintain this status quo is that the market rarely cooperates. It's no different than our car example. In the case of the car, you'll experience rolling hills, down slopes, up slopes, headwinds, tailwinds, and all sorts of effects that prevent you from going at a constant speed. Now, in any business, you'll experience moments of success and moments of failure. When you have found a recipe for success, it is so important that you leverage that moment to its fullest. When you experience failure, it's time to abandon that investment and change directions. Good business leaders understand that it's their job to objectively see their success and failures to make the best decisions on how to control their accelerator or their brake. So let's look at an example. Let's say that you own an ice cream stand. Now, during the hot days, there are these long lines at your ice cream stands, and during the cold days, you get only a few customers. In fact, you figured out that you will lose money during those cold days because you pay your employees to staff your ice cream stand, and the cost of that is more than the sales of ice cream. Now, during the hot days, some people are walking away because the wait time is too long. There are several tactics as this ice cream stand business owner that you could use. First of all, maybe you could increase the prices on the hot days to increase revenues during the times of increased demand. Or you could close your stand on the cold days to avoid those losses. Or you could offer discounts when it gets too cold to encourage higher sales on cold days. Or you could sell hot chocolate instead of ice cream on cold days. I can hear what you're already saying. But Jeff, if you set up a system for cold and hot days, then you could let someone else run your ice cream stands while you coast. Well, I suppose so, as long as conditions don't change and the people act exactly the same as they always have, you can coast. Just like our car example, that'll never happen. Now, a competitor may see your success and want in on the action. The demographics of your neighborhood could change, and then you need to set up a shop in a better neighborhood. The price of ice cream could skyrocket, prompting you to switch to less expensive desserts. The reality is that the marketplace is never static, and so as long as you're a business owner, you can't coast. Now, if coasting is out of the question, what could you do to reduce your workload as the business owner? So what I do for my clients is I create a business scaling model. Now, a model can simulate what will happen with your business based on various conditions. You certainly can't anticipate everything, but you can anticipate key influencers of your business. Now, a scaling model is made up of 4 primary components. First is marketing and sales. Second is operations. Third is staffing. And fourth is finance. Now, marketing and sales set the pace for the rest of your components. Marketing will attract prospective customers, and sales converts interested prospects into paying customers. Operations is delivering high-quality products and services to your customers in a timely manner. Staffing is the growth challenge that catches most of my business owners off guard. As you grow, you hire more people. The more people you hire, the more necessary it is to hire or promote managers to manage or lead these people. Now, a good rule of thumb is about 6 to 10 people per manager. And you'll often pay your managers more than the workers, so this facet of growth will require additional cash. These additional people need additional resources like more office space, vehicles, computers, furniture. Again, all of this stuff will cost you a ton of cash. This brings up the 4th component of finance. Each industry has slightly different cash flow models. However, once you've completed the first 3 components of the business scaling model, you can now tweak your prices, the wages that you pay your people, bonuses or sales commissions, lease rates that you can pay your landlord, productivity expectations of your employees, and all sorts of other decisions. So what if reality is different than your plan? Well, I guarantee you that reality will be different than your plan. Remember, growth or downsizing is set by your marketplace. Yes, there are some things you can do to increase sales or profits. However, for the most part, growth will be determined by your industry's marketplace. So when you create a growth plan, you can aptly react to those market conditions with confidence. You will know when to hire additional staff and what staff to hire. You'll know when to ask for investment capital, how much to ask for, and what return on investment that you can promise your investors. You will know what size of facility you'll need to accommodate your growth. Likewise, you'll know how to downsize if that's the direction that you need to take. So why not worry about growth when the time comes? Most small business owners try to market and sell what they can, and then they assume that they'll be able to deal with the growth when the time comes. This is probably why running out of cash is one of the leading reasons that small business owners fail. Now, small businesses set prices based on their small business model, and then when they grow and they need to upscale their facility and their management staff, They have set low price expectations by their customers, and they can't grow their enterprise beyond a certain point. Now, most of these poor growth model businesses will skimp on quality, or they'll try to get by without managers. This creates even more work on their part and eventually causes incurable personal health problems or business failure. Now, investors are often called in to bail out such business owners. Now, as you can imagine, serious investors won't touch such businesses. I mean, why would they fund a losing business model? The next option is to raise your prices as you grow your business. While this can work to some extent, it's difficult to convince your customers to pay more as you grow. So if you plan your growth, except for inflationary pressure, there will be no need to increase or decrease your prices. Now, how about your people? Small business owners who don't think about growth of their business completely ignore growth expectations of their employees. Most people who get hired for a job want to know that there's advancement opportunity. This is one of the biggest reasons that high talent employees don't even seek employment with small businesses. I mean, a large corporation seems to have endless opportunities for career advancement, while small growth-resistant businesses offer a dead-end job. When you have a plan for growth, your employees will be incentivized to help you grow so that they can gain advancement. If you have no plan, then you will attract the kinds of unambitious employees that will guarantee you go nowhere fast. If you happen to attract good employees, they will leave as soon as they realize they're stuck in a dead-end job. Now, there is actually a simple solution. As I mentioned, I do business scaling or growth plans for my clients. If you want to do this on your own, it's really quite simple. Just multiply your revenue by a certain factor. It could be 10, it could be 100, whatever you want. You may have plans to grow different revenue sources than what you have today. Then envision what your company will look like at such a size. Then think about how many managers you're going to need. What will you pay your people? What kind of facility will everyone work in? Where will it be located? What other costs will be associated with providing employees of your large company with the tools that they need? What sales commissions will you pay your salespeople? What bonuses will you offer key employees? What vehicles or other equipment will you need? It's really like you're creating a business plan with a much larger company. Now figure out what your prices will be for your products and services that you're going to offer. Create a profit and loss statement for your large company. Now break down your growth to that large company into phases. What positions will you create first as your organization grows? Will your company be able to fund its own growth, or will you need investment capital along the way? What reward will investors gain by owning part of your company? Or what interest will they make if they give you a loan? The best question, how can you grow without taking on all of this burden of growth? Now, each industry has its own nuances, but these questions should help you create a scaling plan in a matter of a few days. If you need help, shoot me an email at jeff@mmbizcoach.com, and I can help you out. Now, the first hour is a freebie. That's it for my lesson today, and I hope you've learned the necessity of creating a scaling plan and how to create a successful growth strategy for your business. Once again, my name is Jeff Schuster with Mechanics and Mindset Business Coaching. If you'd like to learn more about how I coach my business owner clients and their employees, visit my website at www.mmbizcoach.com. And I plan on creating more insightful lessons for small business owners. So please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel below. Until we meet again, I pray that God blesses you and your business.